Welcome to another episode of Music Therapy. I am John, your resident mental health therapist. Today we are listening to Tokens Not Supposed to Be Here. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below, and let's get right into it.
Never too different. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. At 13 I joined Cyphers in Boston, I took the train. My first time out the North Shore before touring to fame. Surrounded by these black and Spanish dudes, mid or late 20s. They could tell I lived a sheltered life, they still chose to respect me. I was timid, they were braver. I was spit, but they were better. Talking about much realer things, dead friends and gang pressure.
Wow, so he's feeling some imposter syndrome here with his new friends. He's with these black and Hispanic guys, feeling like an outsider, an outlier, like he doesn't totally fit in. And that's a total normal response and normal part of fitting into something that you otherwise wouldn't be a part of.
Mid or late 20s, they could tell I lived a sheltered life, they still chose to respect me. I was timid, they were braver. I was spit, but they were better. Talking about much realer things, dead friends and gang pressure. I would just rap about rapping, but they still were never haters. Hugging my mom when they met her, told her son's gonna be major.
That's really cool how they accepted him before he accepted himself as a rapper. Like, he gained his confidence from the people he was around believing in him, because it's hard to have self-belief when you're new at something, and oftentimes external belief can really fill that void until you have that self-belief and that self-worth of knowing what you can do.
My dad wasn't the bravest, so I looked up to those dudes as real men, my motivation. We're more talented than me, they set the bar that I was chasing. Fast forward, I'm the only one.
Wow, so he's comparing himself here to other artists because his dad wasn't the best role model in chasing his own dreams. And I'm curious, I bet they were very stylistically different. Like, they're rapping about dead friends and gang violence, and he's rapping about other things because he has a different life, he has a different story.
We're more talented than me, they set the bar that I was chasing. Fast forward, I'm the only one who made it. Now I'm not supposed to be here.
Wow, that's interesting. Oh, how? I don't know, man. It sounds like he should be here if he's the only one who made it. I wonder if a few of his friends died due to gang violence or overdoses or that rap trap life. You call it a trap because you get stuck into it and you can't get out. You're clawing trying to get out, but you're stuck. And it's amazing he made it, but he still feels like he doesn't deserve it, which is fascinating.
My neighbors drive a Tesla, young daughter in the backseat. Get mad when I whip fast down the cul-de-sac, happy. My other neighbors are an older couple, maybe 60s. Probably worked their whole life to get that house and drive that Bentley. 4 levels, big door, long tall stairs. On the other side there's a crib like theirs. 3 young kids, early 20s, no parents. Every Friday night 8 other cars are next to theirs. And I wonder what they think. Do they even know there's just that one kid paying for it? The 2 others are his bros, getting used to a lifestyle they may never reach alone. They think that I'm doing them a favor, but I don't know what happens when I wanna move or wanna be alone. Am I selfish? Do I trick my friends with life that ain't their own? 5-star meals, cleaning ladies are their norm. I love my fucking dogs, I do anything for them. I wanna take them with me everywhere, that's what I do it for. But all they gon' resent me if one day I cannot do it no more. Feel like
So he's providing a lot of material gain and services for these people, and this is the loyalty we see on the street that often is so unparalleled in the world. When you've been through something traumatic or difficult with somebody, then that's going to lead to an increased cohesion, an increased bond between you and that person. And given that he wasn't always successful, that he had to earn his way, and now he's kind of made some more money and has these assets and things, he wants to give it back to the people that believed in him before he believed in himself, because without them, he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have done anything. And that's what is so important therapeutically, is having a community that believes in you, and if you don't believe in yourself yet. And we know, like, the biggest indicator of how long you live in life is the quality of friends you have and the community you have, not sleep, diet, exercise, like a lot of people think. It's actually having people who believe in you, because it's so hard to act in your best interest all the time unless you have people who truly love you and want the best for you.
selfish? Do I trick my friends with life that ain't their own? 5-star meals, cleaning ladies are their norm. I love my fucking dogs, I'd do anything for them. I wanna take them with me everywhere, that's what I do it for. But all they gon' resent me if one day I cannot do it no more. Feel like I'm tricking fate and all these blessings might disguise a spoiled kid with homies. I gotta remind that we not supposed to be here.
Right, he's gotta stay tethered to his upbringing of having not much, like, and when you go from like poverty or to having a big income, it's just such a big difference. And so oftentimes people who come from poverty have a tough time spending money because they feel like they don't have security in their life. They're still traumatized in that fight or flight state.
It could be just coincidence or maybe fate planned it. The house that I moved into with my money from Atlantic was my dream house, till I realized where I got the dream from. It looked exactly like my best friend's house in 7th grade, the same house I used to steal from. When he was
Let's listen to that again.
Where my money from Atlantic was my dream house, till I realized where I got the dream from. It looked exactly like my best friend's house in 7th grade, the same house I used to steal from. When he was out of town, I used to break it with my older friend and look around and take anything of value that I saw. The most ironic part about it all is that the kid who lived there wasn't just a friend. He was the only kid who convinced me to put my music on the internet.
Wow. Holy smokes, this is intense now. So he is robbing his friend who believes in him. But ironically, the friend who who believes in him is the only one who believes in him, and got him to put his music on the internet and blow up. Wow. So that's a lot of guilt he's probably feeling for it, but incredible vulnerability that he is sharing this intense story of him stealing from someone who wanted the best for him. And that's what the streets can do, is they can make you value money and things over people, friends, integrity, values, and all those things are infinitely more important than money and things, because I would rather have integrity and good values than be rich and have all the things in the world.
I saw. The most ironic part about it all is that the kid who lived there wasn't just a friend. He was the only kid who convinced me to put my music on the internet. Without him, I never would be on these steps. Now this house is just a stark reminder of the bad friend I've always been. Liar that I've always been. Cheater and deceiver still. Lucky motherfucker, but know how to play the victim still.
Wow. So he is really unpacking some of his worst qualities here. Liar, cheater, thief. And this is often what we see come out in active addiction, and also in acutely stressful situations, like being really broke can lead you to steal, lie, and cheat. And those are totally normal and healthy kind of defense mechanisms, because they keep you alive to a high degree.
Steps. Now this house is just a stark reminder of the bad friend I've always been.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Like, he's reminded of his friend's wealth whenever he steps in his own house, and he thinks about all the times he's taken advantage of his friends, and that's really difficult to wrap your head around.
Liar that I've always been, cheater and deceiver still. Lucky motherfucker, but know how to play the victim still. They tell me I fell off and fans defend me, nah, it's okay. I promise I'm not even supposed to be here in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of stumbled into his success, and he still has this high degree of imposter syndrome because he hasn't totally internalized that belief that his friends had in him. And it's so hard to believe in yourself, especially when you're taking advantage of friends and you feel like you're less than stylistically than the other Black Hispanic rappers. And I mean, he has such a different story though, and I think it's relatable to a lot of people. So, I mean, no matter what your story is, that's what I love about being a therapist. It's like, no matter what your story is, you can absolutely learn from it yourself, but also teach with it to other people and to show them how to not repeat your mistakes, how to value your friends. And, Token really regrets probably stealing from his friend, but I'm sure he's made amends and repented for those sins and his thieving, because he wouldn't be so honest about it otherwise. So good for him for being honest. I think you have to go into the darkness in order to see the light, and to be honest with your friends about things that you may have done to hurt them, to really own up to it. And if they're still there, they're a real friend, and that's the beauty of it all. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Music Therapy. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.